Every night before bed, I had to peel a banana, completely clean, and eat the whole thing right in front of him. That was the only way I'd survive the night without getting kicked out, because my husband was a eunuch in the imperial court. But honestly, I loved it. I'd bite it as suggestively as possible, because he couldn't do anything to me. Until that one night, when I went for the last bite. He suddenly leaned down and grabbed my wrist, hard. "You eating that slow on purpose, trying to tease me?" I froze up instantly and yanked my head down, trying to pull free, but I slammed straight into his side, and it was solid. Nothing like what the rumors said he'd feel like. Wait, wasn't he supposed to be incapable? Before I could even process that, his grip got even tighter, his tall frame closing in on me step by step. A terrifying thought exploded in my mind. The imperial decree that changed my life flashed through my head. I still remember the moment it was read aloud. My dad's whole body shook, and he passed out cold on the spot. My mom was sobbing like the world was ending. My stepsister covered her mouth, eyes full of pure delight. Everyone told me to just accept my fate, said marrying someone like him was just my destiny, but I turned away and nearly burst out laughing, because I'd just been betrothed to Lu Yuzhou, the 9,000-year lord. The eunuch boss, who, rumor had it, could never have kids. For me, that was like winning the lottery times a million. The messenger eunuch gave me this fake smile and said, "Congratulations, Miss Shen. To be married to the 9,000-year lord is the greatest blessing of your life." I bowed my head and played sad, but inside I was nodding like crazy. Yeah, greatest blessing indeed, because marrying a eunuch meant no kids. Ever. My mom grabbed my hand, sobbing, "My you heir. How could you marry a castrated man?" Ha ha ha. My stepsister jumped right on it. "Sis, what are you even gonna do with yourself? Maybe worry about yourself first, sis. I heard your guy is like 68. Lost all his teeth. You better take real good care of him." My stepsister's face went full purple. Next second, I grabbed the decree and walked back to my room. Shut the door and spun in circles 3 times. No kids. And I'd be the 9,000-year lord's wife. This was literally the dream life. But nobody warned me. After the wedding, I found out. Nothing was what I'd imagined. On my wedding day, my mom cried herself unconscious. My dad looked like he was walking me to my own funeral. I sat calmly in the bridal sedan and peeked out at the procession. But when it was time for the ceremony, everything blew my mind. The groom, Lu Yuzhou, was a no-show. The thing they had me bow with, a rooster. Guests were whispering, looking at me with pity and straight-up disgust. I acted like I didn't notice a thing. As long as I didn't have to have kids, who cares if I bowed to a rooster? I got to the bridal chamber starving, ripped off my veil and went straight for the snacks. Right when I was really getting into it, the door burst open. A man in a red wedding robe stood silhouetted in the doorway. It was Lu Yuzhou, just as gorgeous as the rumors said, but radiating this cold, suffocating energy. He walked up to me, eyes locked on my stuffed cheeks. I awkwardly swallowed and opened my mouth to say something. But he reached out and brushed the corner of my mouth with his cold fingertips, then put the crumbs in his own mouth. He said in a low voice, "Sweet." I completely short-circuited. Since when does the Grim Reaper pull moves like this? Lu Yuzhou looked at my blank face and quietly asked, "Scared of me?" I shook my head on instinct, then immediately nodded. The smell of blood on him hadn't even faded yet. He turned, sat down, and poured himself a drink. I sat down stiff as a board, barely breathing. He took a sip and cut straight to it. "Why'd you agree to this marriage?" My mind was racing. I bowed my head and played the victim. The Emperor's order. I had no choice. Lu Yuzhou let out a quiet laugh, dripping with sarcasm. The Shen family raised quite the daughter. Silence swallowed the room. I could barely breathe. Then he said, "Come here." I walked over trembling, and he yanked me straight into his arms. I yelped and landed right in his lap. His arms locked around my waist like iron clamps. I went stiff immediately. Aren't eunuchs supposed to have no interest in women? What was he trying to do? I struggled like crazy. He just said quietly, "Don't move." His chin rested in the crook of my shoulder, breath warm and ticklish. Goosebumps all over my body. My mind was a total mess. Wait, were the rumors actually fake?